Welcome back to the Insatiable Gamer YouTube channel. Now, it's been some time, and I'm obviously not who you're used to seeing here on YouTube. Robbie is busy at the moment off being, I don't know, an adult. I don't know. But I'm here, and we're actually hoping to be putting out more consistent content. So that's kind of why we're spicing things up a bit. You might have seen that we've got a brand new website. And if you haven't, go to the insatiablegamer.com right now and go and look at it. I'm pretty stoked with it. Whether you're new or returning, we are a little review site based out of New Zealand. Now, in case you didn't know, New Zealand is a country. It's near Australia, but we're not Australia. We don't sound alike. Okay, we do sound alike. But we create content that is aimed at everyday people. So none of the big words and nonsense that other sites use, which does have its place, but we're gamers creating content for other gamers, and hopefully some everyday people as well. Anyway, to welcome us back, I'm checking out the brand new, it's probably not that new now, I don't know, the Samsung S20 Ultra 5G. Now, this thing is absolutely nuts. We've been lucky enough to get a hands-on with it thanks to Samsung. Now, that's what this video is. It is a hands-on. We're not going to be going into any in-depth tech specs or anything crazy. We'll check out the cameras, I'll do some low light and some outside stuff and all that jazz that you'd like, but primarily we are just checking it out. We'll look at Netflix, play a game. If you're after that more in-depth review from us, you can go down to the description and I'll have a link to the review itself. It's part of our tech section, which, as you can imagine, is dedicated to tech. Alrighty, so let's start off the hands-on ride by checking out what comes in the box, what you can expect if you're lucky enough or work hard enough to have the money to afford one of these bad boys. I don't even know what the price is in New Zealand. I'm sure it's something that I shouldn't spend money on, and I'm sure it's likely I will spend money on it, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the phone. So let's do it. So obviously you get the phone. The absolutely ginormous bloody Samsung phone. Alright, we've got cables, charger, headphones, all the stuff you'd expect in a phone box. I mean, it's good to see that you're still getting the usuals when we're spending this much money. I would think that, maybe a gold bar or two would be, alright, but I'll settle for a really nice phone. So if you haven't read the review that, like I said, is down below, and you don't know anything about this phone, this is the new Samsung S20. It comes with the, loaded with that new 5G ready functionality. If you're somewhere where you have 5G, I mean, we don't have it in New Zealand, at least I'm not aware of it. I mean, maybe we do. I don't know. Probably not. Anyway, it's got a absolutely ginormous 6.9 inch screen. This is probably the biggest you could get into a phone without it becoming too big. I mean, I'm 6'3", 4-ish, and I've got pretty big hands, and it was a bit of a stretch for me. So, definitely test it out if you're one of the members of the small-handed community. Now, it isn't just that big screen though. It's quad HD, and it has a 120 hertz refresh rate. I mean, that's just crazy. Most of us probably don't even have that high of a refresh rate on our monitors or our TVs, let alone in our phones. So that's awesome. To take advantage of that refresh rate, you're likely going to be using Samsung apps for a wee while, but I'm sure that as time goes on and tech and apps and stuff catch up with these flagship companies, we're going to see more and more high refresh rates available. So the phone does come in two options. There's the European model or the EU and the US model. The EU model comes with the brand new Samsung Exynos, I don't know, 990 processor, whereas the US model comes with what everybody has become to expect from those flagships, which is a Qualcomm processor, in particular the Qualcomm Snapdragon 865. There's a whole range of, there's 2 RAM options and a whole range of storage options. I'm not going to go into those here because you can read the review or check it out just by Googling S20 Ultra 5G specs. The camera on this thing is absolutely nuts. Maybe I should say cameras these days. Who knows? You know, probably tomorrow there'll be a phone coming out with 25 cameras on it. But this one in particular, the S20 Ultra, has one 108 megapixel wide angle, a 12 megapixel ultra wide, a 48 megapixel telephoto. It's packing a depth sensor, and the front facing is a whopping 40 megapixels. I mean, that's just insane. If you want to check out some of the photos that I took while reviewing this device, there'll be a gallery down below in the description which you can view, or you can go to their website, check out the full review. There'll be photos separated out by each option. But let's switch to the phone camera, both front facing and rear now, so you can see what it's like, and we'll also chuck in some of the audio using the phone so that you can get the full experience of what you can expect from this bad boy, which, let me just spoil for you, is a rear facing bloody 8K recording camera. I mean, I don't even have anything that's 8K, so I can't even look at it really, but who cares? It's awesome. Alrighty, this is the front-facing camera. I mean, I don't know about you, but this thing is pretty nuts. You can see that as I spin around and the light hits it from different angles. It's got some pretty sweet sensors on it. And this is just the front-facing, so whether you're looking to video call your nana and tell her about your day, talk to your loved ones, whatever it is, this is perfect. Yes, I ended that bit too soon. Let's check it out in the different lighting options that I have available to me here in my room. And then we're going to go outside. We're going to check out in the natural light. I use Philips Hue lights here in my room, which is why it's so bright and fantastic. Frankly, I love them. But we're going to turn the dimmer down. We're going to see what it looks like and check it out in different lighting settings, I guess. Alrighty, so I'm turning it down. Alright, so you can see it's compensating as the lights are getting darker by adding in a little bit of, better light picking up. Now, my monitors are still on, there's a little bit of a backlight, but this is pretty good. Like, my lights are now completely off, whereas they were full brightness before. And the difference in quality is negligible. You could happily have some nighttime conversation, should I say, with anybody you like, and this is going to do your job for you. So that's pretty cool. Alright, now we're checking out the rear-facing 8K camera. Still in the room / office / bedroom / basement of mine. We're still using that Philips Hue lighting. Thankfully, I was clever enough to switch things up by pointing my webcam at the rear of this camera, at the face of this camera, so I can see what I'm doing and get this shot lined up well. It looks great here with the full light settings, just like the front-facing camera does. Let's turn the lights down and see what happens. Honestly, I love these lights. It's got like a little remote and all that. Oh, it's perfect. Now, I'm not sure if you can see it in this shot, but the lights are now fully off, so apart from my monitor screens, everything is dark. Previously in my attempts, which I'm not going to include, I noticed some pretty funny shadowing around my face once we had to switch to this mode. Not sure what it's going to look like on the output, but that was the only issue. Other than that, it works really well in this lesser light. In terms of complete darkness, I'm not going to check that out, mainly because it's a little bit strange to video myself in the dark and have you guys watch it. But yeah, let's head outdoors and see how it functions. Alright, I'm outdoors. It's 5:30ish. What month are we in? I don't even know. It's autumn. So it's getting a little bit darker, but as you can see, that camera still looks fantastic. I'm real stoked with this phone, and I really wish I was keeping it. I'm probably going to end up buying one, or at least making my mum buy one. I'm going to switch to the rear-facing camera. You can check out my dogs running around, being pains, like you can probably see in the background. And then we're going to head back inside, wrap up this video, and I'm going to go eat some kai, because I'm starving. Anyway, let's go. As you can see, just like that front-facing camera, it still looks fantastic. The dogs are happy. They look great. Everybody looks fantastic. Alrighty, that's enough of that. As you can see, still maintaining that good picture quality as we move around. Hello, Tom. Alright, time to head back inside. Alright, so you've seen what the video camera looks like. Like I said, if you want to see those photos, check out the review. They'll be there, and then I'll have a link to the gallery as well. But let's get back to the phone and this hands-on. I really loved the camera, but something to be aware of, this thing got hot just filming those short clips there. I had to actually have a break between filming the indoor and outdoor, because, I mean, it wasn't uncomfortable, but it definitely made me feel uncomfortable with how hot it was. Good news is battery life wise, you're pretty sweet. There's a 5,000 milliamp hour battery in this bad boy. I mean, no wonder, given the processor, the screen size, the refresh rate, the sheer monster of specs that are in this thing, it needs a big battery, and it will easily last you a day. The Samsung charger that's included with it charged it up in about 70 minutes thanks to USB-C. Thank God. And I did chuck it on another USB-C charger of mine just to see what it kind of went like. It was a lower wattage, and that looked at about 2 hours. So still a real decent charge time given the battery size, which is about 1,000 milliamp hours more than what you'll see in other flagships like the iPhone. Now, we're going to get in close, and I'm going to check out the UI itself. We're going to have a look at Netflix, probably just stream something in the max resolution that Netflix has. I don't even know what that is. We're going to play a game so you can check that performance out. But yeah, I'm liking this, honestly, and I mean, I don't like flashy phones, but I'm tempted. Alright fam, it's about time we got up close and personal with this phone. Like I said before, hello Michael, there we go in the reflection, something I was trying to avoid. Good to know I look good from down here. This is the phone up close. This is why I washed my hands. I didn't do the best job, so do not judge me. We're going to start off by checking out the UI, then we're going to play the game that I mentioned. We're probably going to go with Asphalt Legends just because I really like that game. And it does look pretty good on a decent screen. And then we'll wrap up by showing a very brief snippet of, I don't even know how I can get away with that, of some Netflix. I might get demonetized, but frankly, I'm not monetized, so that's fine. Alright, so like I mentioned before, this is using that One UI 2. Oh, I can't even unlock it. It's a really nice UI, and it's probably one of my favorite customized versions of Android. It looks fantastic and really makes the most of these bigger screens. Like most Samsungs or most Android phones nowadays, swipe up for that menu. It's nice, fluid, and looks fantastic. You know, this is the interface for the camera. We've got the whole shebang. We're going to flip it sideways in a moment. As you can see, I don't have rotation turned on. Yes, I do. My bad. This doesn't have a sideways view for the home menu. I thought I did really well last night filming this video, putting it together. And then I took a look at the settings menu. And yes, that's my cat cleaning herself. Under the display settings and the home screen, you can change it so that it will rotate the menu and the home screen to landscape mode as well. Back to the main video. Alright, let's jump into Asphalt and see what this game looks like on the screen. Like I said, this phone is big. You know, I've got pretty big, meaty hands, and it's definitely not something to lie about or be hesitant about mentioning, because I know that large phones is something that puts off a lot of people. That's the built-in speakers playing. Like I said, let's turn that down just for the purpose of this video, but it's got some pretty decent built-in sound. You're never going to get the likes of a portable speaker or headphones, but for what it is fantastic. Let's just jump into the tutorial so you can see this in action. Already, I mean, this is a good looking game, but you can tell, how fantastic this is, even through another camera. It handled every game I played with it, Fortnite, COD Mobile, this with ease, and that's to be expected given the RAM options, I should say, and the processor. You shouldn't have any problems, and likely the only potential issue would either be it just not supporting this newer hardware. So, cool. Yeah, I'm a journalist. Not that that has any weight in terms of what we've seen at E3. Alright, let's drift around this corner. Like you can see, look at this. This looks absolutely stunning, and even just playing it right now again, I'm really gutted that I don't get to keep this. It looks good, it plays well, and more importantly, it's, especially when it's in horizontal mode like this, it is a great portable gaming device. And that's definitely something to note, my fellow gamers out there. Alrighty. Cool. You know what? Let's keep going. Blah, 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 blah. I just thought of something better than actually checking out Netflix. Why don't we check out that video that we recorded before? Because that's got that high resolution anyway, and it's going to prevent any potential problems about showing some copyrighted content. So let's jump into the camera, we'll jump into that, and let's go to horizontal mode. These are my dogs. The black one's Tara, that one's Bella, and the little golden / now going white one is Tom. This is a fantastic looking screen. You could comfortably watch a movie, a television series, or anything on here and be happy. And I think that's really important when you're looking at the price range of this phone. So yeah, that's kind of it for up close. Let's jump back to the main view so we can wrap this video up and you guys can get on with your important days. Alright fam, just before we wrap this up, I want to do a really quick PSA. It's incredibly important. Make sure you save your files while you're going. I didn't export one of my audio tracks while I was recording, but thankfully I actually saved the project from Audacity, so I was saved. But yeah, always save. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up this video in a moment, finishing up with some just little glamour shots that I took of the phone, and I might chuck in some photos as well that I took with the phone. If you're looking for that full review, like I said, check out the link below. It's an awesome phone. It's not perfect, but nothing ever is, and it's not fair to judge something by that. If you've got the budget, or if you are looking for a high-end device that is that 5G ready as well, then this probably will be the perfect phone for you. But that's me for now. If you enjoyed the video, or you enjoyed looking at me or my very lazy eyes that look in different directions most of the time, leave a like, a comment, neither, both, who cares, not me. I'm going to continue making this stuff anyway because it's what I love. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, again, all below. I might give away a game or something cool next video, so make sure you are subscribed and leave something below to be in to win. Anyway, that's me. Check out these close-ups and stay safe, family.